Omega secretly releases a new Seamaster model. On top of that, we have some great watch releases from many brands. My name is Oleg, that right there is Mr. Bond, and this is a weekly YouTube show where we talk about the latest watches being released. And now let's talk about the new Formex Essence Space Ghost 41. Formex is a relatively new brand. This year they're celebrating their 25th anniversary, and in honor of that fact, we got this new version of the Essence watch. I reviewed one of these watches a while ago and I was really impressed. I like how over-engineered they are for an everyday timepiece essentially. Now this new version is in a 41mm case, which is in between the two case sizes that they had previously. It was a 43mm or the 39mm. Now there's a case in between, which I think is a very smart choice, especially for this type of a watch. As I said, go anywhere, do anything type of a timepiece. In terms of the case material, it's made out of stainless steel. It features a 10.6mm case height and it comes with 100 meters of water resistance. The movement powering this watch is the Sellita SW200 that beats at 4 Hz and it comes with 41 hours of power reserve. Clearly the star of the show is this dial. It is a meteorite dial, which I think looks really good with this design. Sometimes meteorite dials don't belong on watches. I think on this watch specifically, it looks very sharp. And this one also features their new bracelet that has a butterfly clasp, but it also has a micro adjustment, which for some reason even much larger watch companies cannot figure out. Now this will be a limited edition watch. It's limited to only 150 pieces per year. So it's not limited to 150 pieces in total. It's just they're gonna make 150 every year and sell them out. And next year another 150, you get the idea. And the watch is priced at 2,200 euro for the one on the stainless steel bracelet, or 2,100 euro for all the other versions on other strap options. You can have it on a leather strap, the nylon strap, or a rubber strap. So those ones are about 100 euro less than the stainless steel version. Of course, go for the stainless steel bracelet and then you can put this watch on whatever other strap you wish to. Next, let's talk about the new Breitling Endurance Pro 2025 watches. Breitling came out with this Endurance Pro line of watches about 5 years ago, and a lot of watch enthusiasts are kind of scoffing at this model. It's a plastic watch, it's quartz, who's even buying it? But whenever I talk to Breitling ADs, they're always saying this is one of their best selling watches. I have an idea why. Probably people that have completed Ironman triathlon, either the 70.3 or the full Ironman, try to celebrate that fact by buying themselves one of these watches. They don't necessarily have to compete in the world championships like this limited edition is specifically designed for. They just like the fact that there is sort of a special watch that is kind of expensive and it says Ironman on it. So that's my theory why these watches continue to be so popular. Now this year we got two different versions for the 2025 World Championships. One of the versions is made out of titanium, which is unique for this model. Usually they're made out of this sort of plasticky material, but this one is titanium. In terms of the dimensions of the watch, they stay pretty much the same. 44mm diameter by about 12.5mm case height. It is slightly heavier. The titanium version is like 85 grams and the bright light version is 20 grams less, like 60 grams. These are feather light on the wrist. They both come with the same movement, the Breitling caliber 82, which is a thermocompensated super quartz movement with approximate battery life of 2 years. Between the two versions, I like the bright light version, the turquoise version. I think that looks really cool, although I dislike the guard on the crown being done in the same shade of blue as the titanium version. Seems like a bit of a money-saving scheme going on here. They didn't want to design a whole new crown for this version, so they just used the same crown between the two versions. I don't know, I wouldn't buy it for that reason. I mean, there's many reasons why I wouldn't buy this watch, but that's one of the big ones why I wouldn't buy it. In terms of the pricing, the titanium version is limited to 500 pieces and it costs 4,100 euro. The other version is limited to 300 pieces only and it costs 3,600 euro. Speaking of turquoise watches, let's talk about the new Omega Seamaster Aqua Terra with ceramic bezels. Just a few months ago, I talked about the Aqua Terra turquoise with this sort of gradient dial being released. And now we have another version of that watch, essentially the same two variations, but now with a ceramic bezel. Everything else about the watch stayed the same. I guess also now it comes with this integrated rubber strap as opposed to the stainless steel bracelet like it was on the previous version just from a few months ago. Now, in terms of the case and the dimensions, there are two different sizes. There's the 41mm version that's about 13.2mm in case height and has a 48mm like-to-like distance. There's the smaller version, the 38mm version, that's about 1mm thinner and about 3mm less from like-to-like distance for 45mm. They both feature the same 150 meters of water resistance, and they're powered by similar movements. The larger version is powered by the caliber 8900. The smaller version is powered by the caliber 8800. They both have the same beat rate of 3.5 Hertz and a very similar power reserve. The larger version has a longer power reserve, 60 hours as opposed to 55 hours on the 38mm version. In terms of the looks and the design of this watch, I really like it. I think it looks very sharp. Do we need another Aqua Terra variation? Probably not. There's already so many, especially if you also count the recent Railmasters, because they're sort of part of the Aqua Terra family. There's just so many different versions of this watch, but I guess there's not such thing as too much of a good thing, at least according to Omega. Now, this will be part of a standard collection. This is not a limited edition watch, and this watch is priced at 7,000 euro for either version. Next, let's talk about the new Omega Seamaster Diver 300 in gold cases. This has been a bit of a unique release because Omega never made a big press announcement about this watch. They just kind of secretly dropped it on their website. And unless I read Monochrome Watches, big shout out to them, I wouldn't have even known that this watch came out. Kind of a strange marketing move from Omega. Usually you want to advertise the release of your watches, but Omega, for whatever reason, once in a while does these sort of silent drops. Now, these two versions are very similar. The white dial version comes in their rose gold. I think they're calling it the Sedna gold. There's also the one with a black dial. Both dials are ceramic, I should note. That one comes with the yellow gold, or what they're calling the Moonshine gold. And both versions feature the same case dimensions, 42mm diameter, 13.7mm case height, and almost 50mm like-to-like distance. So these watches are still quite large. You have to have a bigger wrist to pull them off. Now, in terms of the dial variations out of the two, surprisingly, I prefer the white dial. I think that looks very interesting. The combination of rose gold and white on a dial is looking kind of unique. The black dial with the yellow gold does look very sharp, don't get me wrong, but it is a little bit more common, if you will. In terms of the movement, they're both powered by the same caliber 8801, which is an in-house master chronometer certified movement that beats at 3.5 Hertz, and it comes with 55 hours of power reserve. It is, of course, as I mentioned, MATA certified. It comes with 15,000 gauss of anti-magnetic resistance. These are very impressive watches. Now, in terms of the availability, they're not limited edition watches, part of the standard catalog. The Moonshine Gold is 32,200 euro and Sedna Gold is 32,900 euro. So a very similar price between the rose gold or the yellow gold versions. Next, let's talk about the new Fairer Integra collection. Fairer is a really cool brand. I've been following them for many years and I've been a fan. I never reviewed one of these watches. Hopefully I get my hands on one for review, but I did check them out in person at the Vancouver Timepieces show. Now for 2025, they have dipped their toe into the ocean of integrated bracelet design watches. This new model comes with 4 different dial variations. 2 of them are a little bit more expensive because one of them is the mother of pearl version. The green version is made out of stone, so both of these versions are a little bit more expensive. The other ones, the salmon one and the blue one, are slightly cheaper. Whichever version you go for, I think they all look sharp. I also really appreciate the fact that the date window is color matched to the dial. That's the little details that make these watches a little bit more special. In terms of the case sizes, they're all 38.5mm in diameter, 10.3mm case height, and a 42mm like-to-like distance. So these models should wear pretty well on majority of wrists. They all come with 100 meters of water resistance, and they're all made out of stainless steel. In terms of the movement powering them is the Sellita SW300. That beats at 4 Hertz, and it comes with higher 56 hours of power reserve as opposed to the Sellita SW200 that comes with the 38-hour power reserve. As far as the design of these watches go, I really like it. The integrated bracelet category is becoming very big recently. Some might say it's becoming bloated, but I think this model kind of stands out. It's not really an homage to anything already existing. Now, all of these will be part of the standard catalog. They're not limited editions. And as far as the pricing goes, the two cheaper versions are around 1,700 euro, and the two slightly more expensive versions, the Mother of Pearl and that green stone one, are about 1825 euro. Out of all the versions, I'd probably go for the green one. Yes, it's a little bit more expensive, but I think it looks the most special. Next, let's talk about the new Bremont Supermarine 500 in the black ceramic case. Bremont has been in the process of updating their catalog, and we got quite a few different releases from this brand. All of them seem to be overpriced, and all of them seem to have a pretty attractive design. This watch fits exactly into that criteria. In my opinion, it's a very handsome looking watch, but way too overpriced. In terms of the case dimensions, it's about 43 millimeters in diameter, about 13 millimeters in case height. It's made out of black ceramic with the titanium inner core. It features 500 meters of water resistance, which is pretty impressive, and it's powered by the caliber BB64AH, which is essentially a Sedna movement with a different rotor. It beats at 4 Hz, and it comes with the upgraded 56 hours of power reserve. Now, in terms of the pricing and availability, this will be a limited edition, only 150 pieces, and this watch is priced at 7,600 euro. Next, let's talk about the new Unimatic Modelo Uno Prodiver collection. Unimatic, or I think it's actually pronounced Unimatic, is a relatively new micro brand. They have become pretty popular based on their minimalistic design language and based on their design for their divers. This year we have a new collection, the Prodiver collection, in 2 different case materials and a couple of different dial options. There's the titanium version and there's the stainless steel version. Both of them feature the same dimensions, 41.5 millimeter diameter and a 14.5 millimeter case height. The stainless steel version features 300 meters of water resistance. The titanium version features an impressive 600 meters of water resistance, and they're also powered by different movements. The stainless steel version is powered by the Seiko NH35 that beats at 3 Hz and it comes with 41 hours of power reserve. The titanium version is powered by the Sedna SW200 that beats at 4 Hz and it comes with 41 hours of power reserve. In terms of pricing and availability, each version is limited to 300 pieces. So you have 300 stainless steel pieces, 300 titanium pieces, and I'm guessing 300 for each dial version. And in terms of the pricing, for the stainless steel version, it's 750 euro, and for the titanium version, it's 1500 euro. I think it's a bit too expensive for these watches. I never actually held one in my hand, so perhaps it's worth it, but 750 euro for a stainless steel watch with the Seiko NH35 movement seems a little steep. If this was any other micro brand that I am reviewing, I'd say it's too much. What do you guys think? Leave your comments below. And while you're at it, leave your comments about any of the watches that I covered in the video. I always enjoy reading them. I appreciate you watching this video all the way until the end. If you enjoyed it, give a thumbs up, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more videos like this in the future. Thanks for watching this one, and we'll see you next time. Bye. And in case you're curious, on my wrist I'm wearing the Zelos Artemis. I did a review of this watch about a month ago or so. You can find it on the YouTube channel. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.